This is ABC15 Mornings.
Waking up without water, people still struggling in Texas this morning. The relief coming their way from Washington.
And new this morning, 2 vaccination sites in Maricopa County are closing their doors. What this means for people with appointments.
And celebrating the first ever female Eagle Scouts, this morning we hear from one of the local young ladies who is now breaking barriers.
And we do want to say good morning to you. It is 6 o'clock on your Sunday morning. I'm Megan Thompson.
And I am Mark Thompson, and we want to begin this hour with a developing traffic situation. Let's take a look here right now. The eastbound lanes of the 202, they are closed at the Loop 101 because of a crash there. This is a live look right now. DPS says that at least one person is seriously injured in all of this. The highway is shut down right now as they continue to investigate. And we're still waiting to learn more from authorities out there, but there is no estimated time when that highway will reopen. So if you do have to be out and about in that area this morning, you may want to look for an alternate route. Megan?
Thanks so much for that, Mark. We're going to keep tabs on that one for you. And I'm keeping tabs on that most accurate forecast on your Sunday. Today in Wickenburg, and at this hour, it's 43 degrees, 48 degrees in Buckeye. We're at 46 in Levine. We're in the 50s there in Glendale, Ahwatukee, Tempe. 52 is what we're checking in at in Chandler. 40s, though, in Mesa, Scottsdale, Gilbert, Santan Valley, 43 for you, and 46 in Cave Creek. For your Valley Activity Planner, you're going to get the green light across the board today. I know yesterday maybe the winds impacted what you wanted to do outside. Today, all green. When you're running, make sure you bring your sunglasses because that sun is going to be shining very brightly. Hiking, wear sunblock. Your UV index is at a 6. That means your burn time is within 30 minutes despite those nice cool temperatures. For biking, you will have dry roads. We don't have any rain or storm chances in our forecast today. For your valley pollen count, this is something too you want to keep in mind. If you do want to get outside today, we're in the medium range, in the yellow today, with those main allergens being juniper. I did want to show you this though, because look at Monday and then Tuesday and Wednesday. That allergen of juniper goes really, really high when it comes to that pollen count on Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you have any sensitivities, some allergies to that, today may be the day you want to get outside. So we're going to talk about your temperatures, some storms to our north that are going to be changing our weather. That's all coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Megan, thank you so much. And now to the very latest on the coronavirus vaccine. More than 1,048,000 Arizonans have now received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. That's about 14% of the entire population. Arizona is now 17th nationwide when it comes to vaccinations. However, our ABC15 coronavirus news analyst Wendy Smith-Reeves says that the reason that we jumped so far ahead is because many other states have had to halt or slow down vaccinations due to that inclement winter weather back east and down south. And while we may be seeing some delays in some of the shipments, there is an effort to get those doses out to the communities that need them the most, underserved communities. The National Guard now moving into the Gila River Indian community this weekend to help get people vaccinated. Since the pandemic hit, more than 6,000 Gila River members have tested positive for COVID-19 and 66 sadly have died. A CDC study from the fall reported that COVID rates among Native Americans were 3.5 times higher than their white counterparts. Nearly 10% of the Navajo Nation, the citizens there, have contracted COVID-19.
We've been playing defense this past year, and now with the ability to vaccine our own tribal members, we can play offense as well. I see it as a historic event that was staged here to save lives. Every shot that we administer saves lives.
More than 600 people were vaccinated yesterday, offering a dose of hope for the entire community.
So for now, Maricopa County is closing 2 of its 6 regional COVID-19 vaccination sites over the next couple of weeks. Public health officials says instead they will put more focus on smaller sites and events to give more shots. The county's northeast site, operated by Honor Health in North Phoenix, will be open through February 28th. The southeast site, run by Dignity Health in Chandler, will close in early March. Officials say current appointments at each site will still be honored. Arizona is also focusing on other ways to fight COVID-19. The state allocating $100 million in federal funds to help counties with staffing, testing, and contact tracing, especially as variants of the virus continue to spread.
All right, let's take a live look at Houston now. Millions of people in Texas waking up this morning still without water. In fact, President Joe Biden has now declared Texas as a disaster area. ABC's John Lawrence has the very latest from the Lone Star State.
Millions of Texas residents attempting to cope with the aftermath of this week's deadly winter storms.
We started harvesting snow because we had also lost water at that point, harvesting snow for toilet water.
State officials say more than 15 million people had water service disruptions as of Saturday, likely due to pipes broken from the frigid temperatures over the past few days.
This is a community of people that are scared and upset and angry. We're eventually going to need some better answers to why we're here and how we prevent it from ever happening again. But for right now, we're just trying to get water to our neighbors.
Tony Anderson says her husband, Andy, a Vietnam veteran, died after the power went out and his oxygen machine couldn't operate.
We just thought the power would get back on. We didn't know the power was going to be out for days like it was.
Some assistance is coming from outside of the Lone Star State.
When disaster strikes, this is not just an issue for Texans. This is an issue for our entire country.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and others in the House raised funds for the state, and President Joe Biden approved a major disaster declaration for Texas Friday. Governor Greg Abbott thanked the president in a statement, adding Texas is working with federal partners to bring the state additional relief. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Developing this morning, one person is dead after being hit by a car in Phoenix. This was the scene from 24th Street in Greenway where that crash happened last night. Police still working to determine the cause. We're told the driver did stay on scene, though. Investigators are also still trying to figure out another crime scene, what led to a fiery crash on the Loop 202. Now, this one happened near the 17th Ave exit yesterday afternoon. Two cars crashed, one caught fire, the smoke seen for miles. We've learned the driver of that car, unfortunately, has died. The good news, though, I guess, in this is no one else who was involved in this were hurt.
All right, let's take a look ahead this week. Starting tomorrow, students in the Blue Ridge School District, that's in the White Mountain area, they will be back in class, pre-K through 12th grade. They are going back to in-person learning. However, parents who still want to have their kids learn remotely, they will be offered that option for the rest of the year if that is what they choose.
Starting tomorrow, Maricopa County libraries are expanding their Wi-Fi hotspot and Chromebook lending programs. All 18 locations will now offer the ability for people to check out those items just by having an MCLD library card. You can request a device online, by phone, or in person at any of the library locations and keep them for up to 3 weeks. Well, exactly 1 week from now, the D-backs will take to the field for their first spring training game. Tickets on sale right now. Only 25% capacity is allowed at the games. You can find our comprehensive guide to spring training online now at ABC15.com.
And just a fantastic story here, breaking barriers. Today we will celebrate the first ever female Eagle Scouts. That is a huge honor for these young ladies. We're told that more than a dozen are here in Arizona. And you might recall that the Boy Scouts of America, they opened the door to girls back in 2019 and to rise to the rank, that is, of Eagle Scout. That is the highest honor. And we spoke with the scout from Arizona who says that she was thrilled to take on the challenge and proud to be among the first females.
I was always told you're not allowed to, and then it opened up and I was like, you know what? Yes, I am. I am allowed to be here. I belong here and I can keep up. I can do everything that you can do.
And the ceremony for the Scouts will be streamed online tonight at 6 o'clock. And Megan, I have to say, I love her attitude there. I mean, absolutely, you can accomplish anything you want, no matter gender.
That song came in my mind, you know, anything you can do, I can do better, as soon as she started saying that.
Right.
And it's true, you know, I love that fact that we're all being inclusive and letting everybody try everything. I remember when I was in middle school, Mark, I decided to try out for flag football simply because I wanted to be the first girl. I didn't even like it, but just the fact that I could is something that I think is really incredible, to give people options to find out what they do and don't like. I found out I didn't like it, and I moved on.
That's right, but so incredibly important to have that option. You are right.
Exactly, and let's turn now to that most accurate forecast. Maybe you want to get outside today. Phoenix Sky Harbor checking in at 53 degrees right now. Humidity 30%. That dew point 22. Winds calming down now after a really blustery, windy day yesterday at 6 miles per hour coming from the west. Right now, today, expect a high of 71 degrees, which is back in the normal range for this time of year. The average is 72. Now, yesterday we were about 5 or 6 degrees above average. So now we're looking pretty good today. I'm going to walk you through that 7-day forecast still ahead.
Mayday, Mayday, United 328 Heavy, Mayday, Mayday aircraft.
And wow, can you believe this? An engine exploding mid-flight, the terrifying moments that debris from a plane started raining down on a neighborhood. We'll have the very latest on that. And keeping Arizona beautiful, a man on a mission to clean up local hiking trails. Welcome back, everybody. It is a great time of year to get outside and go hiking. And hiking has been super popular, especially during the pandemic. It gives people a chance to get outside and actually get some exercise while you can still keep your social distance. However, the amount of trash that's being left behind is increasing as well. ABC 15's Jamie Warren has the story of a man who is not complaining, but instead taking action to keep Arizona beautiful. Take a look.
Like many Phoenix residents, Seth Landau loves to hike.
Maybe 3-4 times a week if I can.
But while taking in the beautiful scenery,
I love nature. I love being in the outdoors.
He's noticed a problem lately.
People are using the hiking trails kind of like a landfill in some cases.
He created this video posted to his YouTube page showing all of the trash he's come across.
I mean, it hurts my heart. It's sad because this is somebody's home.
This is what the average Saturday morning looks like on Piestewa Peak. The parking lots are absolutely packed. It's hard to find a spot as hundreds make their way up the mountain.
This is kind of like the Disneyland of Phoenix right now, with everything shut down.
The pandemic bringing an influx of people to hiking spots just looking for something to do. And while many may not see it on the main trails,
I haven't seen any today on this trail.
Landau says it's usually right off to the side.
Once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Watch as he picks up fast food wrappers, bottle caps, even clothes, shoes, and sunglasses. When we asked a city spokesman about this, he said he's not aware of this being any more of an issue than normal, saying park rangers and volunteers do clean up activities as needed. And when asked if they have enough staff to take care of the problem, he said they're staffed to manage the use of their trails. Landau says he doesn't blame them for the problem.
To expect the city or the county or the state to pick up after us and to take care of this conservation that we should be doing ourselves is unrealistic.
But instead, says it's on all of us to do something about it, which is why he's using videos like this to get that message across.
If you communicate the message, don't litter, to me that doesn't really mean very much. I mean, I might discard it and say, yeah, I know. We all know that. But sometimes when you make a movie or create a video and you show how bad the problem is and you put it right in front of somebody, it's really hard to ignore.
In Phoenix, Jamie Warren, ABC 15, Arizona.
What a great story, Jamie. Thank you so much for highlighting that. And I think he brought up a great point, the fact that it is up to us to make sure we're taking care of the trails and the environment that we love so much. It's why we live here in the Valley of the Sun, right? So let's take a look at that hiking forecast. If you do want to get outside and take action, and make sure you pick up after yourself and maybe help him out and pick something up on the trail as well. 47 degrees for you this morning around sunrise at 7:05 this morning. Then by midday, we'll warm into the mid 60s, 65 degrees with those sunny skies. Your UV index is going to be at a 6, which means your burn time is 30 minutes. So even though we're feeling those absolutely beautiful temperatures outside, you want to make sure that you are hydrating and reapplying that sunscreen as often as you can. And then by sunset this evening at 6:17 p.m., we'll be at 70 degrees. Our forecasted high today is 71 degrees. And for your air quality forecast, today may be the day to get out compared to the rest of the week. Look, we're good. We're in the green for your air quality forecast. We'll move to the moderate range Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, watching out for particle pollution that will be in the air. So today, the green light for you. For forecasted highs across the state along the Rim and Payson, 48 degrees, 55 in Sedona, 43 in Flagstaff, and 43 at the Grand Canyon. We're also seeing that number at 43 degrees in Heber and Show Low, 52 in Winslow, 41 in Window Rock. To the west along the Colorado River Valley, we're in the 70s for the most part, except for Bullhead City, checking in today at 68 degrees for a forecasted high. We're tracking some more disturbances. We had one yesterday that moved out of our state, but it definitely brought those winds whipping around across the state. Another disturbance moving to our north late Wednesday night. It doesn't look like it's going to bring us any rain or snow, but the winds and breezes will return. Then a second disturbance comes our way as we look toward the weekend, and we're tracking to see if maybe that one might bring us any rain or snow to the northern portions of our state, but we are once again tracking those winds. So let me walk you through your 7-day forecast as we continue to see a little bit of a climb, actually. So today, 71, we dropped our temperatures about 6 degrees from what we saw yesterday. Then we're going to climb 6 degrees tomorrow to start your work week. 77 degrees with those sunny skies, 79 by Tuesday. And then that first disturbance moves in, bringing those breezes, temperatures rising to 80 degrees for a forecasted high before we drop back into the mid 70s on Thursday, 76 by Saturday with those breezes coming from that second disturbance.
All right, Megan, thank you. College students volunteering on the front lines, how they're playing a big role at a new state vaccination hub. And filling out those financial aid forms from college, it can be overwhelming. The drive-through event that's happening this week offering families free help.
For many people, the dream of going to college is just that, a fantasy, unless they get some financial aid. And that is so important. So in an effort to help more students to get the help that they need to get their higher education, some educational experts are coming together in a very unique way to try and make that happen. And joining us this morning to talk about it is Sylvia Simons with ASU. You focus on educational outreach and student services there at ASU. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Drive-In FAFSA event you guys are holding in just a few days?
Yes, thank you so much, Megan. We are so excited to be hosting our 5th FAFSA Drive-In at the Academies at South Mountain on February 24th from 3 to 6 p.m. This event is an opportunity for our students and families to get in-person, socially distanced, and safe support to complete their FAFSAs, which we know for many families, really unlocks higher education and many of the financial resources that our students and families rely on in order to achieve their college dreams.
And the feedback that you're getting is really great with the help that you're passing out.
Yes, our volunteers from community organizations, including Ask Benji, which is our FAFSA chatbot, College Success Arizona, Be a Leader, community volunteers, and our school partners, they have all jumped in. And what families and students are really looking for is just that friendly support, that reassurance. FAFSA has been streamlined a lot, so it's not as difficult as we make it out to be. But just having that support, I think, really means a lot to our students and families. And we've received great feedback, especially since we offer the support in English and in Spanish, and families can really feel comfortable and secure knowing that they have expert support in submitting that FAFSA.
So when people come in, they're going to drive in. I was out there myself with you just a few weeks ago, seeing the process in action. Very smooth. People drive in and then they have one of those volunteers come up to their car with masks and they ask them what they need.
Absolutely. So families can bring their own device if they like, but we also provide devices. The locations where we host the events provide a strong Wi-Fi signal. We have trained volunteers who are bilingual. And so the families will drive in. Some of the families have started their FAFSA and maybe they got stuck, or some have not started at all. And either way, we are able to provide that support. We walk them through from beginning to end. We even have printers set up so they can print their signature page and we will mail it for them. So we really try and make it as easy and as seamless as possible.
And can you explain to our viewers why it is so important to fill out the FAFSA? And I know it's been a little bit more difficult to receive some of that help during the pandemic. Can you explain why you guys think this is so important to take this unique approach?
Absolutely. So we know that students who complete their FAFSA, many more of them will go straight on to college immediately following high school than their peers who do not complete a FAFSA. So we don't want the pandemic or anything to stand in the way of our students and families' dreams of higher education. And so this group of committed volunteers, alongside with our K-12 partners from Tolleson Union, from Phoenix Union, from Mesa Public Schools, we've come together to provide that support in person, again, safely at a distance, so that anyone who needs help from any part of our community can come through, and we're going to help you get it done. And it's just one step closer to achieving that higher education goal.
Absolutely. We want to see that for our students here in the state. Can you tell me the details of your next event and how people can sign up for a slot?
Absolutely. So our next event will be at the Academies at South Mountain from Phoenix Union High School District, and it will be February 24th from 3 to 6 p.m. Students can sign up for a spot. They can find us on social media via Ask Benji or Access ASU. And otherwise, if they don't have time to sign up, we still welcome anyone to come through and join us the day of the event.
Thank you so much, Sylvia, for all of those details and for joining us this morning. We'll be sure to put all that information for you in this story on abc15.com.
All right, Megan, thank you. A close call after a local family finds dangerous drugs inside a child's toy. The warning that every parent needs to hear. And rural communities in Arizona, they are struggling to get access to quality food, the local group that's working to make sure that no one goes hungry.